なんかおじいさんですか？なんでそんな遅いんですか？
さっきクイックナップ取ってきたけど。
And wake up.
せーの。大家族放送
せーの。大家族交際助の
長女のいおりと
長男の有馬と
次男のオリトです。
Okay, so today we're going to mix things up a little bit. We're going to do this whole thing in English. All English.
99%?
No, 100%.
100%.
100% English.
What happens if we speak Japanese?
We get a penalty. So we're not used to speaking English together, 100% English together. It's kind of like mostly Japanese but mixed with English. But we're going to make a video where we're all speaking in English because we got a lot of requests from people wanting us to speak English. So we're going to answer some questions that we got through my Instagram, English questions, and we're going to answer them. But we're going to make it a challenge so that by habit I think we mix Japanese up in our conversations. But if we do, we're going to count the amount of times we use Japanese, and then the person that gets the most points, Laura's going to count it for us. Okay. Laura's going to count, and then whoever loses, what's the penalty? I remember you can choose the penalty.
So, the penalty is going to be my lovely dog Sasha. She loves licking people's faces. So we're going to put her favourite treat, cheese, on our face and lay down. And
we get her to lick our face.
yeah, per
For how long? 10 seconds?
10 seconds per mistake.
What?
Is that too long?
Okay.
1 second? 5 seconds.
5 seconds per mistake.
Right.
Okay.
Well, there has to be pressure, so.
Okay.
Except that's not really going to be a penalty for someone.
Yeah, you get licked all the time.
I hate getting
It's your
licked.
dirty
No,
ritual.
I hate getting licked. And you have to open your mouth as well.
No! That's gross! No. I don't
No.
accept that one. We can close our mouth.
Okay.
You can open your mouth.
Okay, you ready to answer questions?
Anyway.
Alright.
Okay. So, my name is Iori.
What's your middle name?
Iori Francis. And I'm 31.
And you're
Are
31.
you 31?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I just had my birthday. I know.
You did, eh?
Yeah, I'm so old.
Just realised.
My name is Arima. You can call me Ari. Arima Arthur Drayton. And I'm 29.
So
Almost
old.
30.
I'm Orito. I'm 27 years old.
What's your middle name?
Orito Oscar George.
What's your nickname?
That's my nickname. I have a few nicknames. Ori. I'm
Oilito.
commonly called Ori.
Oilito.
By
Oilito.
Oilito is call me that fondly. Dorito.
Dorito. Oreo.
Yeah, it's always something to do with food or snacks or something gross.
Okay, second question. Where did you grow up? Mostly in Hiroshima, Japan. That's our hometown. But I was born in Australia. I guess growing up with my family was in Japan, but I lived in Australia as well with host family. But I don't know if you call that growing up. Mainly in Japan, Hiroshima. It was the same dish.
Same.
Wait, that's one
What?
solid mistake from you. What did you say?
No, I'm not going to repeat it. Oh,
What?
damn.
Laura can repeat the mistakes.
This one.
Can you please make a mistake?
Was
Oh.
it 20 seconds per mistake?
No!
Was it?
5 seconds.
Oh, 5.
Where did you grow up?
Hiroshima, Toowoomba, Sunshine Coast, but mainly Hiroshima. What about you?
Right. I primarily grew up here, Hiroshima too. I've spent some years in Toowoomba.
How many years?
Maybe not even a year.
Not a few years. A few months.
A few months. Did I say a few years?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fun. 8 months, Toowoomba. 6 months, Sunshine Coast.
So mostly Hiroshima, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, next question. Are you better at speaking English or Japanese? I would probably say I'm about the same, I think.
About the same, 50-50.
I think so.
Comfortable with both.
I was more comfortable in Japanese up until year 9. And then from there, I think it's been about 50-50. And also, because I did uni in Australia, I think at that point I was a little bit more confident, especially in like business context.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. How about you?
Japanese is
How much?
slightly higher.
What's the
60%.
60% Japanese.
And 40%.
40%. That adds up to 100%.
And that's because you spent more time in Japan.
I spent more time in Japan growing up, and I am comfortable with English in general conversation, but maybe when it comes to reading, it comes in a bit easier in Japanese, and maybe movies, some humor and stuff. Sometimes I don't get in English, but when I'm watching something in Japanese, I usually understand everything. So,
Oh, I thought they'd struggle more with like English.
well, I use English every day, so not that hard.
I am better at speaking Japanese, I'd say, than English. Probably 70% Japanese, 30% English, but it really depends on context. I find myself easier expressing my emotions in English. When I express love to my loved ones.
Yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable
Or-
being like lovey-dovey in Japanese.
Yeah. And
That-
when
I think I'm the same.
And when I want to be a little bit aggro, I might be
Aggro.
Like when you're angry.
when I want to swear.
Yeah,
There's no
swear
swear.
words in
You
Japanese.
can't really swear in Japanese. So.
Yeah.
Do you think your personality changes between Japanese and
Yeah,
English?
definitely.
Like, I
Yeah.
think I do.
Yeah,
It changes.
I think I'm more polite in Japanese.
I get told a lot
Yeah.
too.
And I'm a bit more laid back in English.
Outgoing, outspoken.
Yeah, I'm more proper in Japanese. But that's because there's no like the polite.
It's just the nature of the languages too.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. What?
I heard something.
What did he say?
Okay, next
No,
question.
what
What
did
do
he
you
say?
want to
I
be?
heard
No, what did he say? What did he say?
I said. Shit, I thought I didn't hear
I
that.
heard that.
We'll repeat it. We'll repeat it on here just to make sure. Good catch.
That was-
Oh, it's right in my ear.
Okay. Fourth question. What did you want to be when you were little, and did it come true? What was your childhood dream?
It depends on what age I was. Like, I'm a zookeeper now, and I did want to be a zookeeper when I was a kid as well. So it did come true, but then at different life stages, I did have different dreams as
What
well.
other dreams did you have?
Like, I wanted to be a soccer player, a teacher, park ranger. I wanted to be a stag beetle breeder
Really?
as a living.
Does that even
zookeeper.
exist as a job?
Yeah, only in Japan.
You can't already do. You have stag beetles
What a
now
profession.
Yeah, but you make a living.
by selling them.
Yeah, so you have to have hundreds of tubs and stuff.
What age were you when you wanted to be a zookeeper?
When I was looking at Hello Work, you know, those books and stuff, 13, 14, around that age, I was starting to think of what I really wanted to do. There was zookeeper and stuff on that book, and I think I wanted to be one then. Maybe after I finished high school. It wasn't really a zookeeper, it was something to do with animals and wildlife.
What was your first job?
As in first animal
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Yeah, zookeeper at Dream World.
I found
You already found it for me?
it. I encourage you to email them.
Yeah,
Like
and
with
she
your
wrote
resume.
the email basically. I
I
sent
applied for
it
it.
together. She fixed my resume. Well, she basically wrote my resume. She sent it, and then I got a phone call, and then I got an interview, and then I got the job and stuff.
Hooray!
Yeah. So
Well-
thanks to me.
Yuri.
Basically.
My
Hey.
sister.
How about you?
My dream job.
Your dream job.
Dream job. I've always been sporty, so as soon as I started playing soccer/football, I wanted to be a footballer in the future. But in the early stages, I gave up on that. Like Aram and I, we used to play together in the same
In
teams.
primary school?
In primary school, in junior high school too. You come to a realization at some point where
That it's not a reality.
it's not reality. We're not good enough for this. So, but I still kept playing sport, and I did athletic track and field as well, and I wanted something to do with sport. When I go back to my earliest memories,
I know what it is.
What is it?
I wanted to be the strongest man.
Yeah.
He's the strongest
'Cause I
man
was-
in the world.
yeah.
Did it come true?
I'm still trying to make it come true. So I guess,
You're training to be a stronger man.
yeah, that's my lifetime dream job.
Well, I had a few dreams as well, but I think I've always said I want to be a bridge between Japan and Australia. That was like my thing that I always said. In that sense, it did come true because my current job is exactly doing that. I promote Australia, well, education specifically in Japan. So I am literally bridging between Japan and Australia. But like specific jobs, like I wanted to be a singer at one point.
Ooh.
I wanted to be like a reporter at one
Oh,
point.
I remember that.
Remember?
Announcer.
Yeah.
TV announcer
Yeah.
when you were primary school.
Yeah, I mean none of that came true. But we went on TV. I think
yeah.
it mostly came from like I want to be on TV kind of thing. I want to become famous.
Mm.
I mean I want to be an actress and things like that. But I think from about high school, I think I started thinking more realistic, and I was like, I want to be in international business, which is what I did at uni. So in that sense, I think it came true. So one of those dreams came true. What's the next question? What was your first ever job?
My first job, I worked at a post office. I was 16 years old. I was like sorting out New Year's letters with my track and field club. We worked for about 2 weeks. Got like 700 yen per hour. It was a simple job. Good experience. Oh yeah, I know.
First ever job, I was 16 as well in Newcastle. I just finished year 10. I was living with my uncle cousin, and I finished year 10 and I still had a month and a half of Australia to go before I went back to Japan. So I worked at a Japanese restaurant in the food court of Westfield. It was called Tokyo Teriyaki. And it was really
What a
shit,
name.
actually.
Why was it shit?
Because they knew that I was only there for a month, so I was just the register guy. And they didn't really tell me the wage.
Oh.
And on my last day, they gave me an envelope, and I didn't check it.
How much were you expecting?
I don't know. I don't really remember.
Did you
I didn't know
ask?
how it worked.
That's so dodgy.
I had a look, and there was $150
The whole month.
for a whole month. And because I had my shift roster written on the calendar, I could calculate how many hours I worked, and I calculated it was $2.60 an hour. They ripped me off so
Wow.
Be careful, everyone, if you're ever working in Australia and you're getting cash, paid
bad. That's
by
my
cash.
first ever job. Thank you very much. That's how I learnt how much money means, how much it's worth.
My first job was also when I was 16, and it was in Australia. It was on a farm, and it was milking cows. My host father was also working for a dairy farm. Yeah, I was milking cows for almost a year.
So how much were you getting paid?
I was getting paid $12 an hour. $10 more than Arima was. Getting a
$12.
Tokyo Teriyaki.
Alright.
But people in Australia start working at a very young age. Well, they're allowed to, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like 13, 14.
Like 12-year-olds work.
Oh, yeah, we were
Interesting.
all 16. That's interesting, our first jobs. I guess that's a pretty average time to start a new job.
Yeah.
Alright, next question.
What was your favourite age growing up? Ooh, that's a hard one.
So,
What has
yeah,
been your favourite
period the
age?
most.
Favourite period of your life?
Now,
Oh, like 29.
yeah,
Why's that?
because I'm still learning a lot at work and
Your ears are so senseless. What's going on? Patting
doing
your
that?
ear with this.
oh,
I did not say the word. I did not say the word.
What
I
did
said
you say?
who?
I'm touching your ears with this hood.
I didn't say it.
not
Laura. Laura,
Not
you
me.
can't do that to me.
I knew what, because
Don't be harsh on me. Don't be harsh on me. Since this brush has a name, I just named it Fudder. It's Fudder. Damn it.
I'm quite happy
So right now?
But if I think about it, when I started Dreamworld,
How old were you?
24, I think, when I first started. It was my first ever proper job that I was
Enjoyed.
studying for.
Yeah. So it's the start of your career.
The start of my career, so it was really important and really fun memory. Koalas, crocodiles, owls, eagles, dingoes, all these animals.
Good times.
Good times.
A significant time of my life that I remember was when I was 20, and that's when I moved from Japan to Australia. So I started uni. So that was really significant year for me because there was a lot of change. So it was my first time that I was like properly independent from my family. Like I was all on my own in Australia. Like it was a really interesting year because I learned a lot about myself. And I grew as a person, I think, when I was 20.
For me, favorite age growing up was 15 to 18. Puberty kicked in. High school, I was training really hard for track and field. Octathlon, I was really into it. And at the time I was, injury free, and when I look back I was very fortunate to to train every day, stay healthy.
So basically your high school days.
High school days, yeah.
I enjoyed high school too. But life was better after high school for sure.
What's your favourite way to spend a day off? To stay in this room and take care of my loving animals, feeding the lizards, walking the dog, cleaning the tanks. My favourite thing.
Wonderful. My favorite way to spend a day off is a day that I spend with my loved ones, whoever they are.
They change
they
all the time,
change,
do
they could change, time to time, but
That includes family.
Family, yeah,
right?
family, and if I have a girlfriend, I'll probably spend time with her. A very cruisy day, maybe go for brekkie in the morning, have coffee, just have a relaxing day, basically. How about you, Yo?
Mine has changed with age. I used to be very, very social. I'm still social. I mean, this year it's been difficult to be social, obviously, because of Corona. So I think I've gotten used to staying in. I've been enjoying spending time with Joe and just being at home, studying and doing YouTube. I do a lot of YouTube now on my day off. But I used to go out all the time. So I used to plan my weekends like crazy, up until the minute. So if I had a free day, I just couldn't stand it. I need to have a plan. I think. So I would find a friend that would spend some time with me. Yeah, I've slowed down a bit. And I think
About time.
my favourite.
How old are you?
39. I'm allowed to have fun in my 20s. I'm in my 30s now, so I've calmed down a little bit, and I just like to spend my day off just being at home and doing something productive.
Who has the most mistakes so far?
Okay.
By how many?
1, 2, 1, 0. Is that right?
I'm gonna get leaked on my face! Damn it!
We're doing a lot better than I thought we would.
Yeah, I've been close, but...
I've been close a few times as well. We only have one question left, so unless we stuff this one up, you're getting licked in your face. Okay, the last question that we have. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's a pretty deep question.
Ooh.
How old will I be in 5 years? 36. I think I'll have children by then. In terms of location, I think I'll be living in Australia. This is going to be important because we'll be looking back at this in 5 years to see if it's come true.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Videos
talking to
will
my
stay on
36-year-old
YouTube.
self, and I'm going to
the
say
food
that
out.
you have.
Get the food out.
Puchan! Puchan's not allowed.
See who wants to get this.
No, anyway,
Yeah.
back to the question.
Sorry.
This footage is going to be on the
It's going to be
internet.
preserved
Yeah.
on the internet.
So
Eternally.
this is going to be important what we say now, because in 5 years' time we're going to look back at this video. So it's like a time capsule. This is really interesting.
Yeah.
I'll still be working in international business, I think, hopefully. And our YouTube will be taking off by then. How many subscribers are going to have in 5 years?
Is it-
200,000? Is that realistic?
Yeah.
200,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Me, in 5 years' time,
How old will you be?
I will be 32. Relatively young.
Yes.
I'd
And
say.
where will you be?
I think I want to be in Japan still.
Okay.
I love Tokyo. I don't know if I can give a concrete vision, but I want to be happy, surrounded by people that I love and keep doing life.
Very vague. But that's
Very
okay.
vague.
That's okay. How about you?
5 years is a long time.
How old will you be?
34.
Think about your career aspirations in 5 years.
So in terms of career, this is a good job at the moment, but if I want to pursue my career, not enough if I want to be the best.
Okay,
in my
let's
job.
think of the best. What would you want to be doing in 5 years if you're going best of the best?
If I want to be the best in my field, I'll probably have to go to America.
Ooh.
But I can't really think of going there at the moment with all this.
Too much responsibility. Can you not aim for the best in Japan?
If I want to aim for the best in Japan, I'll probably stay at my job, high up in my position, leading a team. Yeah. So there's more chance I'll still be here.
Well, that was all the questions.
Interesting question.
We did
Interesting.
so well with our English.
Yeah.
I thought we'd struggle more.
What did you say?
I said desho.
Desho? I said Poo-chan.
I said taskani and huda. This is huda. So now who lost?
You!
No way!
You had two, so that's 10
Fuck
seconds. That's 10 seconds of licking paradise.
So thank you for watching.
Thanks for
If you
watching.
want us to do more English videos, please let us know. We would love for you to like and subscribe.
ありがとうございまし
ありが
た。
とうござい
見て
ました
くださって。
頑張ってテロップつけますね、
頑張ります。
いいねと
チャンネル登録、
よろしくお願いします
コメン
もろも
ト、
ろお願いします。それではまた。
Cheers.
Bye!
Bye. Okay, let's get you licked.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick him. Shut up. Yeah, you're gonna lick him. Are you ready? Sasha's looking at you, desperate to lick the cheese off your face. She's desperate. She looks desperate.
10個ぐらいあったら、うん。
Never had cheese on my face.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Ah!
Unleash
the beast.
2、3、4、5、7、8、8.1、もう完食するまでやったな。
よしよしよし。